Hi family, and welcome to Psychic Sunday. I don't know what's coming up on my phone, all these like do this. Welcome to Psychic Sundays. If you're watching the replay, this is where I go through and I do free mini reads for everybody who jumps on the live. Jared Feely, get the hell out of here. Hello, how are you? Merlin calling, thank you so much for joining, guys. How have you been? Wow, Jared, what a blast from the past, man. Far out. Oh my God, I'm like having flashbacks right now, Jared. How are you, man? So I'm just gonna quickly inbox a few people to see if they want to join us live. Just bear with me one moment and I'll be right with you. So please drop in the comments for me, how have you all been finding this energy? Because it's been a little bit of a ride, a bumpy ride, but really beautiful at the same time. For me personally, have felt like I've got fresh wind in my sails, and I've just been I've been working on my website the last 2 days non-stop, so it's really nice to, there we go, that's enough. Hi, I'm so good, Jared. I'm so good, brother. I'm so good. Hi, Merlin calling. Hey, Luna, thanks for joining. All right, I'm going to pop a comment in here and then we do the pin thing so people know what to do. So yeah, I just was quickly like, as I was saying, I've been working on my website, so there's all new store products up there now, as well as on the book online there's all new soul guidance sessions. I've broke them all down, so instead of it just being a 1 hour session with all of the things, I've broken it down for you guys so that you can still have that option if you want to do all the things, or you can have an hour for a cheaper rate so that it's just focused on like one area that you want to work on. You followed me, did you, Jared? I'm sorry I missed it, brother. Haven't been on very much at all lately. Yeah, the last few days, like to a week. I've been over on YouTube. I've been researching, listening to audiobooks, teaching myself stuff. So how this works, did my comment pin? There we go. You get to ask me 2 questions, and yeah, as I was saying, drop the questions in the question box for me, please, so that you can't stay the whole session. That's okay, no worries at all. Send me a private message. Yeah, Jared, please do. Cheers, I'll talk to you soon. Luna says, I'm taking on the world with newfound peace and strength. That's how I feel, man. And it's coming at me, but my world is boosting. Yes, it does. You just woke up. Grand rising, sister. Thank you for jumping on. So yeah, like I was saying, last 2 days I've been just stuck in front of the computer because I just feel like I haven't had access to my laptop properly in 3 weeks. Antivirus messed up with my OneDrive, so I've had to find a workaround because I can't not do any more work. Like I can't allow that to hold me up anymore, you know. And I was getting so tired of just working off the phone. Hey Les, thanks for joining, brother. So I've just had a bath. I've soaked in the bath for like 40 minutes. Like I wish it was longer, with the Terence McKenna going and chilling the hell out. Excuse me. Hi, Centaur Horsewoman. How you doing, Erin? And yeah, so I have only looked at the astrology very briefly. I haven't really looked at charts or anything in quite a week or so. Like, yeah, because what's been happening for me personally is a massive healing closeout. Like, I think I've mentioned it prior that hello Erin, I think I mentioned it prior how I wrote an article about your ego doesn't need to die, only everything that you are that is still attached within you to it does. Now, I wrote that on the 13th of March, and it put me through an initiation, and within the last 24 hours, I've just received even more and more confirmation of this whole massive cycle, just the depth of what the last 6 months has been for me. Grand Rising Sarah, I was going to inbox you and I was like, oh, I don't think she'll be up yet. It's so nice of you to jump on and check it out. Thank you, beautiful. Von Balance, nice of you to be here. So yeah, the last 24 hours have just been massive confirmation of, like, yeah, as I said, like this whole cumulative last 6 months has been since Venus ingressed Capricorn on the 5th of November. It has been a massive transformation for everybody collectively. And I was just looking at the astrology a moment ago, like waiting for the time to tick down so I could go live. And I noticed that by the 5th of April, we're going to have seen Mars actually transit Saturn at 22 degrees. Now we've got the North Node at 22 as well. And there was also something else at 22. This is how out of practice I am with my astrology, guys. Like, I don't study the charts every single day anymore. But I noticed all these 22s. Oh, that's what the other one was. It was Jupiter is at 22 degrees. Now within a degree of Neptune at 23 degrees of Pisces. And we've got Saturn and Mars going to be dancing at 22 degrees. They're in conjunction now. Mars will be crossing Saturn of Aquarius at 22 degrees, and this 22 is really a significant number, not just because it's the master builder number. However, I'm a 22 degree Sun Virgo, so how this is going to be all hitting off in my chart and blah 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 blah, you know, 22 has always been a really significant number. So I felt like I was asking Spirit before I jumped on, excuse me, that's my itchy nose. 22 is such a number, 100%. And it's a 4, which rules by Uranus. So it's a master builder, but it's a visionary number. We get to create whatever is in the mind's eye, right? I was asking Spirit what to lead with tonight because I haven't been studying the astrology and I haven't been, you know, keeping up with what's going on in the 3D saga. Like, yeah, I've been in my own world literally and working through my stuff, and it's been really beautiful and magical, and doing the light language activation for the new moon, and that was really beautiful and powerful as well. If you want to check that out, it's on my YouTube. So I asked, what do I need to lead with? Spirit guided me to Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. If you don't know it, it is the Chandra symbols, similar to Sabian symbols, but different theology, I guess. Elias wrote this book with his wife, and they sat down and they wrote a poetry or prose. Hi Trevor, thank you so much for jumping on, brother. For each degree of the zodiac. So I wanted to have a read of 23 degrees Pisces because we haven't seen 23 degrees Pisces yet until just recently, you know. And it's titled, I marked the page but I didn't read it. It's titled, Someone Lurking in a Dark Wood. They are waiting for a passerby. Imagining and conceiving nefarious plans and designs within the unconscious mind and blanket denial by the conscious mind, the shadows, the dark, the unknown are saturated with menace, trickery, deception, and long built up heavy emotions. Wow, how on point is this, especially because we're going to be seeing Jupiter come into conjunction with this year on the 12th. Like, this is crazy. I'm getting chills just thinking about everything that's going to be unfolding in the 3D because of this transit and this conjunction. It's just going to be really, I just get like next level like I'm shocked, but I'm not shocked because of everything else that's unfolded. Anyways, I continue. I digress, sorry. Long, heavy emotions. All of this is too much for the conscious self to even begin to claim or own. You are essentially engulfed by deep shadows with outward shows of light, but truly you cannot play it any other way. And even if this syndrome perpetuates and gives great sanctuary to dark and mischievous spirits, it is deeply experienced as a fate imposed by past mistakes that this lifetime self did not originate. And so the protestations of innocence are accurate and sincere, even while you are harboring everything you crave to break free from forever. That is, I don't know about you, but I'm all goosed. Like my skin is just goosed like crazy. So that's the 23 degrees Pisces, and it really kind of summarizes, I feel, what we've been going through up into this new moon as well in Aries, you know, where, with it being conjunct Chiron. I think it was, what, at 27 degrees or something. It was opposite my Pluto, so it must have been 27, 28 degrees. It's been like that dark moon in the lead up to that was really quite brutal, and having us second guess ourselves, second guessing our values, second guessing our integrity. And much of this new moon in Aries was to activate our superpowers, our mystical powers, our gifts, and really help us walk in our I am presence, our embodied I am divine presence, you know. And that's why I did the activation that I did. It was to activate our wings. And then when I went to the beach to record it, I got that we're activating supernatural powers, our magical gifts, our mystical gifts, our telekinesis, our pyrokinesis, and all those sorts of things. Yeah, all those sorts of gifts that have been laying dormant within us, within our psyche, that we've been blocked from because of the programming conditioning throughout the centuries. So I've got a couple of questions come through. Thank you so much. Luna says, wow, chills. Beautiful. Thank you so much, sister. I've got a couple of questions. So let's start, shall we? And I'll just double check the time. All right, cool. I haven't been going too long. All right, Luna is first. First cab off the rank. Excuse me, I haven't been talking for the last 2 days because I've just been sat at my computer, so excuse my voice. I'm looking to a new living space today. That sounds nice. That feels very airy, cabina, like cabin, like a sun house. If it's good, do I go for it or stay in van life to save? Well, straight away, I'm hearing, what is your natal astrology doing right now as well? Yeah, because I know that I saw something briefly come up. I didn't watch the whole video, but Maren Altman, if you don't follow her as an astrologist, she's phenomenal. Go check her out. Maren Altman is her name. I saw a video of hers very briefly on YouTube, and it was about how the markets are going to be taking a bit of a dive soon in April. So I guess it depends on how much stability you have around you, but I was seeing this really beautiful, like I'm in a little cabin, beach house style thing in my parents' backyard, in my childhood backyard, yeah? And I was getting that vibe, but with a lot more light. You know, I've only got the one window in here and it's nighttime now, but I was seeing a lot of light for you, Luna, and something that's really bright and feels spacious for you. So I feel if you can financially do it, do it. However, if there's something that is niggling at you, hey, Flat Earth, no, you're so well, you're not a worry at all for being late, brother. You're never late. A magician is never late. Magicians are always on time. Yeah, thank you for joining. So Luna, I feel there's something holding you back and you haven't been able to place your finger on it, right? So what's niggling at you, aside from fear of projections of the unknown into the future, what is that niggling in the back of your mind? Like, what does your body say? Because I feel that some of the fear is more fear of change than actually fear of the money side of things, if that makes sense. So discern between that. Can we get a card for Luna, please? Does she stay in the van or does she move? You got the moon upside down, so there's not, like I was saying, you're hiding something from yourself. You're not being very clear, and you got judgment upside down as well. So get into your body, babe, and ask. Luna says it's next to a lake, getting to summertime here, so it'll be too hot to live in the van. Yeah, I heard the last part. It will be too hot to live in the van, so go and live by the lake to get out of Florida. Ah, okay. Yep, cool. Yeah, well, I feel like this moon reversed and the judgment reversed, like I was saying to you, this is just clarifying what I was saying, babe. Like, you're not listening to your higher intuition here or what your guides are saying. And with the moon reversed, that's when we're often deluding ourselves or not being completely honest with ourselves. So what is it that you really want? What does your heart want? What does your soul need? What is your soul calling you toward? I'm getting this vibe of, yeah, okay, so it is money related. Okay. You've got the Ten of Pentacles with the Lovers and the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Four of Swords with the Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands. Luna says, my daughter is here, so I feel like I have to stay. But it's not working here. That's okay. All right. That's understandable then. This is very understandable as well, because it's like the Ten of Pentacles implies stability but no emotional connection. With the Lovers card coming out following it, yes, there is that element there for you of the love, but it's not within the home. Yeah? You got the Knight of Swords into the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like, yeah, slowly I'm getting my mind around how I'm going to make it work. But still, you got to go within and listen to what your heart is saying, okay? That's what I'm really feeling, especially because the Three of Wands is the final card for you, my love. So there is a level of your soul and your heart that's already made the decision, and now you've just got to wrap your mind around it. I just got covered in chills then. Yeah. So go within and listen to your body, not your mind. Yeah. Whatever the mind's telling you to fear, whatever the mind is telling you, oh, but this, but that, block all that out just for this exercise and just pretend that none of that was a factor. What would you do? Do you know what I mean? You're so welcome, Luna. You're so welcome. I really hope that helps. Hey, Desert Jenny, thank you for joining, sister. I hope you've been well. All right, next question up is Sarah. Oh my God, I'm reading for Sarah. Okay. What does Spirit want me to know about the direction of my life in the next 6 months or so? They're showing me 8s. This is all when there's 8 people on the live right now. I didn't even realize. They're showing me 8s for you, Sarah. So yes, we know that numerologically an 8 personal year, like what personal year are you in, Sarah? Because 8s to me aren't just abundance, they're power, they're like a magnification energy, but they're also, hi Desert Jan, 8s are also that energy of removing crap that isn't in alignment and really quite fucking swiftly. Like, think of tower moments, yeah? They're 8s when we are experiencing those in a personal year, all right? So I think you know what a personal year is, but for everybody watching and for those who come across the replay, a personal year is your date of birth, so your day and your month, and added to 2022, and then you reduce that number until you get a single digit between 1 and 9. Am I too late for a message? No, just pop it in the question box down the bottom there, my love. Oh, my foot's cramping. No, because we've only been going 20 minutes, so we've got time. So cards for Sarah. What messages from Spirit for the next 6 months? 8s were really big. So yeah, I feel there's going to be like, I feel, yeah, okay, Sarah, I feel like if you're thinking about hiring somebody to help you out, like to do your posting or to do your editing or something like this, like I feel like there is it's not a consolidation, it's a delegation of energies. Sarah says 8 is her personal year number. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Yes. So you're Sarah, I'm so excited for you because this is like you're conscious. Like the time that I was in my 8 year was the year that I had just really reawakened and I hadn't known anything about astrology or numerology. So yeah, the fact that you're consciously going through this 8 personal year, it's just going to make it so much easier. Yes, you're a Cappy and you kind of like, if you've got Black Moon in Capricorn like me, you like to have certain amount of control over what's going on. And I know that you're a Capricorn Sun, but they're telling me Black Moon Lilith right now as well. So check which house and sign Black Moon Lilith is in for you, because that's playing a role out right now. They're telling me Gemini energy. So maybe you've got Black Moon Lilith in Gemini. I want to say, don't worry about what other people think, is what our Spirit wants you to know. Like, don't worry about what other people say about how you are expressing yourself, you know. Oh, Jan, can you pop that question into the question box? It's a quotation box with a question mark down the bottom. So Sarah, don't worry about what people say. There's something about, there's a self-conscious. Sarah says, mine is in Aqua at 22 in my 2nd house, squaring the nodes. Oima. Oh my goodness. It's in the 2nd house in Aqua at 22 degrees. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so it's very similar energies. Like I was picking up like there's a worrying or that you're very self-conscious about the way you're received or your ideas, because you are like, you think so much outside of the box compared to other people and how you can get things done as well. So I feel if there's delegation coming into your reality, like it's been niggling at you to delegate, I'm just getting chills all up my right hand side, which is future. So really start exploring that avenue to see if maybe you can get someone for under 200 a week. They're giving me 200. Merlin calling says I need to leave, but best wishes to all. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Merlin, for calling, for joining. So much love to you, sister. Thank you. I feel do the delegation, Sarah, because then you'll be able to focus more on yourself and what is in alignment with your heart and soul of what you want to be creating, instead of worrying about trying to be in all aspects of your business. Do you know what I mean? I hope that helps. But with the Black Moon Lilith in Aqua alone, okay, that gives me similar vibes to what I was picking up of Black Moon Lilith in Gemini, which is about expression of your uniqueness, yeah, and being chastised or squashed for that in the past. So don't allow that shadow to mess you up now. She says, yes, received. Beautiful. Yeah, just because like with the Aries in Chiron, that's like the worst inner saboteur. It's going to be like, who do you think you are to want that? Who do you really, do you think you're worthy of that, really? Like, that's Chiron in Aries in the back of everybody's fucking head right now. So ignore that shit, yeah? And you do you, okay? So research your Aquarius Black Moon Lilith in the 2nd house and see what that sparks in you, because I feel if you dive back into that aspect alone, it's going to unlock something for you, okay, my love? I'll pull a card as well. What does Sarah have for the next 6 months? Yeah, yes, the 10 of Cups. the Page of Swords. Don't worry about the haters. You just do you, babe. Seriously. That's what I feel. You're so welcome, Sarah. Seriously. Thank you. It's an honor. It's an honor. Mwah. All right, next question. Erin, here we go. Okay, beautiful. I recently had a visit from a man that I had been in a long distance relationship with. Definitely feeling the Pisces moon shift. What insights do I need to gather from this? I am left feeling very triggered. First and foremost, take the vessel of the man out of the picture, Erin, and just, my love, and focus on what is triggering in you. Yeah, because that's the part of you that needs clearing, so that you can call in that real hottie that we channeled last time that you had a session with me. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, did you tell me what sign he was? Or are you feeling the Pisces moon, wasn't it? You didn't tell me what sign he was. You've been in a long distance relationship with him. That's not the man that I was seeing, though. It was somebody else in your session. What insights do I need to get? Yeah, I want you to look at the trigger, honey. Now, because we spoke a couple of weeks, Pisces is his sign. Okay. Yeah. And she says, no, it's not him. That's right. Yeah, I didn't think so. All right. Now, if he's a Pisces and you met him on a Pisces moon, Pisces rules Neptune. It rules our subconscious. It rules, thank you, Janie. It rules our pineal specifically. Yeah, not just the third eye, but our pineal gland. Yeah. And they're telling me right now as well about the pineal and the pituitary having both feminine and masculine energies, one or the other. And I'm pretty sure it's the feminine that rules the pineal. I am open to being corrected on that if it's the reverse. But the Pisces energy, 12th house energy, is stuff that we wish had remained hidden. Similarly to how we have South Node in Scorpio right now. This is airing everybody's secrets, whether they want them to come out or not, you know, or whether they're doing it themselves or not. Yeah. So with the Pisces 12th house energy, it's like, what have you been, and I don't want to upset you, but what have you been escaping from? Because that's, I know you don't get triggered easily at all. That's not what I mean, but I want to keep this light, yeah? I want you to look at what you've been trying to escape from. And now, what I was going to say earlier is as well, I was picking up a distinct link between, was it Max? Your equine partner. I feel like yeah, you are feeling vulnerable. I could feel it. Yeah, I'm sorry, honey. I could feel it. You are opening your heart. Yeah, so feeling vulnerable and opening your heart is what he's been triggering in you to look at. Yes, it was Max. Yes, thank you. I could see his face. Hi, Sling. Thank you for joining. Now, when I spoke with you of his passing, I think I said to you in a private message that he was opening space for another man to come in. Yeah, so the work that you and Max had been journeying together for all these years, right? Max was your masculine. Now, I know this sounds so bizarre, like people who don't get the animal connection. Max was your masculine. Yeah? And now he's left your life, and then all of a sudden another man has come into your life physically, even though you've had a long distance connection with him. But it's no wonder he couldn't come in, because Max was there. And now Max has left the physical plane and is with you etherically now. And this other man has come in. He is there to do the physical plane work that Max couldn't do. You know? And now that it's now that he's left you triggered, as you said, you've really opened yourself up. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been triggered. So first and foremost, thank yourself for the work that you allowed yourself to do by opening yourself up to someone, you know, especially when we are in a space of already processing a lot of heavy emotion. Yeah. And then just detach from the physical vessel and know that he was just a reflection of what needed to arise in you, yeah, so that you can do that final bit of clearing, my love, is what I feel. What does Aaron need to take from this triggering? Yeah. Focus on the newness, like as I was saying, the space. I just feel like, yes, there's still a lot of grief being processed, yeah? However, if you're already in a space of opening your heart, it's very much time to focus on the lighter energies and the fresh new energies that you opening yourself up are going to create again. Yeah? Because you're now opening yourself. Your physical space has been cleared and opened. Yeah? And now you've opened this space. It's time to clear it. Okay, my love? You're so welcome. Please grab yourself some Mullein, M-U-L-E-I-N, Mullein. It's a lung decongestion. You can smoke it or you can drink it. It's just a herb. It's very, very good for working with grief. Okay? Yeah. What else? Yeah. It's all an internal job from here, my love. Shifting perspectives, they're telling me, on your past limitations of where you haven't had the energy, I feel to say. Not that you haven't had the love, but you haven't had the energy to open yourself up the way that you have now. You know? And having Max leave us in the physical was sort of like an opening of the wound there, which is what was represented by the fish in the cup, which is our inner child. Yeah, so follow the masculine theme. And where did this other person, this other avatar come in? Yeah, because you created him as well. Like, you created me right now on this live to do these lives, you know? And I created all of you. Yeah, so why did you create him? Erin says this resonates deeply. I'm so happy, sister. Thank you. Yeah, so why did you create him? Look to why you created him. All right. I hope that serves, my love. I'm going to move on, okay? Yeah, we've got like 25 minutes left. Janny. Hey, my love. How do my next 6 months shake out? Have I made a good decision? You're shaking it out in yourself, they're telling me. They're showing me like, oh, what's that? Do you remember that old school movie? They're showing me this old school movie where the boy would turn into the dog and he was a shaggy dog. And he used to, when it was like in the 50s, and he was very like cute looking boy, driving his car, little coupe with no roof on, and he would turn into a dog. Shaggy, I think it was called. So helpful, she says. I'm so glad, Erin. Thank you, my love. Luna says, so powerful. I created the wrong vessel too. Mind blowing. They're not the wrong vessel, okay? Desert Jan has just LOL. Yes. You remember the movie? Fantastic. I'm going to digress here for a moment. Let's speak about this creating people into our reality and how Luna has put in quotation marks, created the wrong vessel. Nobody is wrong. Like, do you know what I mean? There is no right or wrong in the grand scheme of soul evolutionary journey. It is what it is. Yeah? And everybody that we connect with is a gift. No matter how much pain is caused, or how much love and joy and bliss is exchanged. Every single person that comes into our life is a gift and a blessing, you know, because you have created them and they have created you. It's not just about this whole soul contract business, but we've quantumly created one another so that we can help one another heal and evolve and ascend, you know, quote unquote ascend. But like, it's so that we can heal, because everybody is the quantum reflection. They're not always quantumly reflecting what we are. Sometimes they're quantumly reflecting the parts of us that need to be re-triggered. So they could be quantumly reflecting a previous abuser, you know, or the inception of another wound. They could be not re-traumatizing. I don't want to use that word because that sounds very negative and is used a lot in the spiritual community for people who are not trauma informed. So healers, you know, so people who are like tough love and things like this, but really have no idea on how to hold space correctly, you know. And I'm still learning how to do that myself, you know. There are so many different archetypes on how to hold space with people, but there is a right way and a wrong way. So we never have created the wrong vessel. Yeah, the only thing that would be quote unquote wrong, if anything, would be that we didn't dive deep enough to look to what the true reflection was. Yeah, like I had recently created somebody into my reality, and when I asked Spirit why, I got told I created them to be all of them because they are none of them. Does that make sense? Luna says, agreed. Lack of type space led me to the quotations. Yeah, so I'm totally there with you. Thank you for clarifying. You're so welcome. Yeah. You know, like, yeah, there is no right or wrong. And, you know, if you wanted to look at it that way, there will only ever be detours. Is now the time for what is being offered? Is now the time for what is being offered? I'm not sure what you mean, Jenny, but I need to go back to your question. Luna's like, oh, sis. I will pull a card for you, solar twins. I just got to read for Jenny first. She says, how do my next 6 months shake out? We're talking about Shaggy the dog with the young guy and the... Yeah, there's like a part of you that's like a little bit like that kid, and you're shaking it out in yourself of like, all right, so I made this decision. Now I've got to shake myself free of all the bullshit. So if you moved house recently, I'm getting that you got out of that place where you were at with your housemate. Like, that wasn't great. If I remember, I'm feeling that wasn't great. Have I made a good decision? I feel like you're moving somewhere, and I feel that, are you moving to like Arizona or Sedona, or are you going to the desert? Like, I know your name's Desert Jan, but like I'm seeing that sort of area, like Sedona. Really, I'm getting chills. All really high vibrational place of healing. I feel Desert Jan coming in for you. But I feel like when I'm picturing where you are living, it's like all cloudy and not dark, okay? None of that. You were there for lessons and you needed to learn those lessons. And the quantum reflection got a little bit too fucking real, I think, is what was going on there for both of you. And I'm on the way out back to India, Himalayas. Wow. Well, I was seeing mountains, but I thought it was the desert. So that's really cool. Rishikesh, beautiful, high vibrations. Fantastic. Six of Pentacles. You're giving back to yourself. Just make sure that you're putting yourself first, and that's the only reason you're going there is for you and no one else, I want to say. Nine of Swords with the Death card. Please don't try and run away, Jenny. Are you trying to run away? Why is the Nine of Swords here? You will know why the Nine of Swords is here. Clarify the Nine of Swords and the Death card for Jan, please. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. You've been doing the work. It is only me. Totally different situation. Okay, cool. You have been doing a lot of the work. I'm really concerned as to why this Nine of Swords and Death card has come up for you, especially considering your questions. Like you've asked, have I made a good decision? And we got you shaking it all off. So where do you think you've not made the right decision? Yeah? Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. The Seven of Swords. So Jenny, my love, Four of Swords is your final card. All right, so go inwards. This is like swords facing downwards, introspection, okay? Especially considering these two came out stuck together. And straight away, I have no one here. Me too. She's question mark. Maybe this is why. So you've been processing a lot of grief then if you are saying you've got no one with you. And you've been doing the work, but with this Seven of Swords here, they're just saying, Jenny, like they're really drawing me to the tents in the background here. Okay? And his red boot. Like that. There's something about, this isn't a great message, Jan. I've got to be honest with you, babe. Like, don't escape and don't feel that by moving country it's going to change what's going on inside. Like, yeah, I know that you're doing the work because the Eight of Pentacles is here. But, you know, if changing locations, you're still going to have to do the work. All right, like it might make it a bit easier because you're because they were drawing me to the tents and the caravan. She's like, yes, major grief. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so Mullein tea for you as well. If you're allowed to have that, double check with all the things. All right, Mullein is the grief. It's a collective grief. Like the collective have been going through grief as well, you know, on the closeout to Pisces season, and this dark moon that we had in Pisces in the lead up to the new moon in Aries was fucking brutal, you know. Like, I don't know how many fucking ego deaths I've had since the 13th of March, but I feel fucking amazing now. But yeah, I'm deep into the work, but need to rest. Well, please do. Yes. All right. Please do. One last card for Jenny, please. Yeah, the King of Cups and the Three of Wands. I really like that as a final for you. Yeah, because this is the heart work. Not letting the head or the heart rule. They work together to decide on where they're going to go. Yeah, and the Fool. Beautiful. Yeah. So, but yeah. Take a spiritual vacation, sweetheart. Please do it. You know. At least for 7 to 8 days. Yeah. No energy work. No consciousness work. Be a human and be in your body. You're so welcome, Jenny. All right, next question. And we've got 15 minutes to go. Solar twins. Can you pull a card for me? Yeah, of course I can, solar twins. What do solar twins need to know? Luna says, same sis. Thank heavens for those deaths. Our true power is now reflected, sending peace to all. It fucking is, babe. Oh my God. Yeah. Freedom never tasted so fucking good. It's been next level. All right. Solar twins. Solar twins. Thank you for joining again, everybody. It's always a pleasure. Solar twins, solar twins. What does solar twins want to know? What does she need to know? What do you have for solar twins today, please? There it is. Oh, and another one. You got the Two of Wands. You're in decision mode. No wonder nothing wanted to come out at first. And the Lovers, another decision mode. Another decision card. And we are in a 6 personal, universal year as well. Luna's like, yes, no fights, just facts. And Desert Jan says, thank you, Luna. Agree with good tasting freedom. Yes, hell yes. Definitely. And I honestly don't feel that there is any greater feeling when you have truly anchored in a brand new paradigm, and like the veil, even though the veil was lifted like 6 months ago and you could see everything for what it was, you now have the confirmation, and it's just like you can feel the shift in your body and you can feel your frequency just go. It's the best feeling in the world. Yeah. So, solar twins, my love, what are you juggling about? Because Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, there's something you're being putting off. Yes, definitely. There's something that you've been wanting to create, solar twins. If this is you waiting for your lover, stop that shit yesterday. I mean it. Stop it. Stop it right now. Because that it's not going to attract shit. So focus on you and on the inner union within you and how you can decide on what world you want to be living in. You got the world in your palm of your hand here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Star and the Ten of Cups underneath. So this is the underlying energy, right? So don't wait on anyone. Solar twins, I'm moving soon. Don't want to go. Why? Why doesn't she want to go? You think you're closer to the person, is that right? You think if you stay, because they're telling me Mount Shasta right now with this mountain. I don't know if that's where you're moving to or where you're moving away from, but they're telling me Mount Shasta when I look at this, and I've never had that happen with this card before. Mount Shasta has never come up in a channel before, and I've done a lot of freaking readings. Solar Twin says, weed isn't legal there. Well, maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's a sign. You know, like, I don't have anything against it. It's a medicine, you know, and I don't know if you've been on the lives where I've spoken about when I use it, but I use it maybe once every 3 to 6 months, if that. And 9 times out of 10, it's to help me ground in my heart and to shift, you know. But I'm thinking right now when the last time I had a smoke was, and I can't even recall. We're in April now. It may have been January, you know. So start setting an intention with the weed and communicating with the marijuana. communion with her spirit, because she's a feminine spirit, some people will believe. Luna says, LOL, not legal even for medication. Is this place a prison? Totally kidding, haha. Wow, Desert Jan says, spiritual sights around today. Yeah. Solar Twin says, South Carolina is where I'm going. Amazing. South Carolina. That reminds me of the Raconteurs. Do you remember that band? Anyway, I want you to start communing with the spirit of the plant, because this is also the spirit, the Holy Spirit here. And I feel if you change your relationship with her, you'll find that you don't need to have it as frequently as what you do. I don't feel that there's an abuse going on. However, I do feel there's not a sacred connection to the spirit that there could be. Yeah? She's a very wise teacher if you set an intention with her, my love. You know? For real. And I used to be an abuser in my 20s. Like, you know, I would carry a pipe in my car, water pipe in my car, and yeah. You know, I used to be all for it. Okay? So I totally get it. And I still love it, but I just know that for me, I use her medicinally now. And I talk to her, and I pray with her. I sit with whatever little bit of the bud I'm going to use. I have it in my hand, and I pray with it, and I send my energy to it, and I set my intention of what I want from having to commune with her. And I don't even get high anymore. I just get enough for her to be with me, you know, and to drop into my heart. Yeah, which is the tiniest. It's like if you would laugh if I were to show you. Like it's scary. Like it's the tiniest little bit that I will use. So let's go back to your question just one more time, because the marijuana got sidetracked. You're making a decision, that's right. And you're moving because you don't want to go. Well, if that's the only reason that you don't want to go, I would really consider it a sign from spirit. Yeah, and a sign from perhaps your higher self that maybe it's time to part ways for a little while. You know, and just take a holiday from one another. That's also very healthy. Yeah. And then you'll find when you do reunite with her, it'll be a different experience again. Yeah. That's what the medicine is for. It's for integration and for expansion of consciousness. Not to suppress our shit, not to, you know, hide behind or become one of those ceremony junkies. Everyone's going to ayahuasca ceremonies every other weekend. It's like you only need to do that shit once a year, if that. You know, it's powerful medicine. So I hope that resonates, Solar Twins, and helps you. Low country SC is lovely. Super deep spiritual roots. There you go, Solar Twins. Maybe that's the reason you're being sent there, is for an activation on the land. Does anybody else have any questions? Did I get everybody? I did. I had a feeling tonight might be a bit quiet just because of everything that's been happening. But I didn't promote it. Like, I just posted and didn't hype it up for a week or whatever. Anyways, Solar Twins. Can we have another card for Solar Twins, please, with regards to South Carolina? Yeah, the moon. They just said, all will be revealed, is what they were saying just then. Yeah. And we do have a full moon in Libra coming up as well, don't forget. I think it's on the 12th or 14th or 15th of April. 14th. I'm pretty sure. Desert Jan says, thank you, dear heart. So glad I caught you. Likewise, my love. It was beautiful to connect. Yeah, definitely. Solar twins. The Venus energy is beautiful to connect with as well. And as we were saying, the cannabis, it is feminine energies. So maybe it's time you stand in your own femininity as opposed to relying on her. I hope that helps you, my love. All right. So I feel to wrap it up there because there's no more questions coming through. And there are all 4 ladies who I've read for on the live. So thank you all so much for joining. Since we've got a little bit of time left, because it's only 1:15. Solar Twin says, my cards pulled were lovely though. I'm so glad. They were. You just have to trust yourself more. Yeah, trust in where you're being guided and why, and negative capability, you know, of the why. You don't have to know why just yet. Okay? You're going to be good though. Don't even stress. Oh, look at that. I cut the deck and got the Empress as I was saying that. And that's got the Venus glyph on it as well. So the Libra full moon is going to be good for you. So since we've got the last few minutes, I want to read Aquarius 22 degrees because that's where we've got Saturn and Mars coming up at the moment. Thank you for my pool and for sharing space. Happy to start my day with you all. Oh, thank you, Luna. Can I ask about letting fam go? Desert Chan. I'm seeing feel good right now. He's been talking about acceptance of relationships falling away and things for a long time, and there's nothing we could do about it in regards to they've served their purpose for now, you know. However, you've got to make space for the grief is what's coming up for that, Jan. So I've only got a couple of minutes left. So I'll just quickly read Aquarius 22 degrees because it is the Saturn and Mars are going to be crossing. Mars is going to be crossing Saturn. Now this is an activation. I'm not going to read that. I changed my mind. This is an activation of Mars crossing Saturn, of which direction you're going to be going in. And because it's in Aquarius, it's got all about to do with your unique individuality, okay? Off the back of this Aries new moon, which was highlighting where you need to be in more integrity with yourself, yeah? And your word and your uniqueness, your integrity in health, your integrity in your gifts, you know, in your word, in your daily practices, in your wealth, yeah, things like that. So this activation of Saturn crossing, Mars crossing Saturn is going to give you that oomph to actually do it. So kind of like make a wish, quote unquote, on that day, yeah, and just get really like almost blinders on your focus on your purpose, yeah, and nothing else, yeah, because what's in here, what's in your heart needs to come out for everybody on the planet right now. Yeah, we can't hide anymore. April 5th here, so it'll be April 4th for you. Yeah, Jan, yeah. You are watching Feel Good a lot. Good, yes. Please go back to some of his reels from the start of last week. It was in March, from about the 17th. Go to the 17th of March on Feel Good's profile. I bet you'll find exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So thank you all so much for being here and for reading and giving me the opportunity to read for you all. It was amazing. Please check out the link in my website. I've added all new offerings to my one-on-one consultancy, and I've dropped the price dramatically on all of those things, as well with the consult store. There is all new offerings across the board. So please definitely check it out and share it amongst your friends, because I want to make all my services at a reasonable price for everybody to access. So I love you all. Thank you again so much, and be gentle on yourselves this week and rise, baby. And I'll catch you next Sunday. Mwah. Bye.